For weeks, people across New Jersey and nearby states have reported seeing drone-like objects flying low in the night sky. And it keeps happening. For perspective, more than 1.7 million drones are registered for commercial and recreational use in this country. CBS's Allie Bauman is in Seaside Heights, New Jersey, with what residents are now demanding. Allie, good evening.
Good evening, Jerick. And as more and more reports of these drones come pouring in, some lawmakers here in New Jersey met again today to discuss law enforcement's capabilities to monitor drones.
What is that?
Thousands of reported drone sightings.
I saw about 10 drones in total, literally around the apartment complex.
Igniting a nationwide mystery.
We need more answers. We deserve more answers, because this is the world we live in now.
But the worries of today.
The Columbia Broadcasting System and its affiliated stations present Orson Welles and the Mercury Theater on the air in The War of the Worlds.
Are starting to sound a lot like the worries of yesterday.
The object itself doesn't look very much like a meteor, at least not the meteors I've seen.
A fictional CBS radio broadcast by Orson Welles set off similar panic across parts of New York and New Jersey in 1938.
Let me calm those nerves. We have not seen anything unusual. We have not seen any unusual activity.
Now, security agencies are faced with a modern challenge, explaining why clusters of drones have been reported flying at night, at least over 7 states. So within the past month, how many drone sightings have been reported to your office?
Well, in Monmouth County, we've seen over 100.
So about 100 sightings reported. How does that compare to like this time last year?
I think in the same month time frame, there were 0. You're going to have to be able to...
Sheriff Sean Golden is one in a growing group of local leaders now calling for a limited state of emergency to address an alarming increase in sightings.
We're going to see an increasingly crowded skies. We need to change some federal laws to keep up with that ever-growing and rapidly growing technology.
Well, Sheriff Golden says the size of some of these drones led him to believe that these are not your average hobbyists, and a federal response, he says, could include calling in the Air National Guard to monitor any potential threats.
The number of drone sightings across the tri-state area has been growing over the last 2 weeks, with more than 3,000 reports in New Jersey alone. And with no indication the sightings are coming to an end, local and state officials are becoming increasingly impatient for answers. As Alicia Reed explains, they also want authorities to destroy any drones that may be considered a threat.
It's smooth sailing at New York Stewart International Airport Saturday night, unlike the nearly hour-long delay the evening prior after a drone in the airspace stopped all flights.
It's always a nuisance.
Drones have been spotted throughout the tri-state since mid-November. The FBI says they've received about 5,000 leads since then.
It's not good.
Only about 100 have led to action by the FBI. In a statement, Governor Kathy Hochul says in part, this has gone too far. She's calling on Congress to pass a bill that will strengthen the FAA's oversight of drones and give select state and local law enforcement agencies the right to detect, track, or even destroy unmanned aircraft systems, or UAS. New Jersey Congressman Chris Smith plans to introduce legislation that would authorize training for state police across the country to track and take down drones.
State police, probably a designated unit could be established, have real experts.
Over 50 local, state, and federal partners have engaged in the investigation, including the FBI, DHS, and FAA. A rep from the Department of Homeland Security says they're confident many of the sightings are manned aircrafts that are being misidentified as drones. The FAA says it is legal to fly a drone during the day or at night, as long as it's below 400 feet and isn't causing a hazard. But restricting airspace is a problem, and that happened here.